So when we speak of personalized learning, we are making a very important assumption when it comes to learning by one group of people, for example. We are assuming that learning of any one given concept that's being taught to the learners, a group of learners will all learn the same concept differently. They will have different understandings of how this concept should be expressed in different contexts. So when we talk about personalized learning, we are saying that because we know where those gaps are and where those differences are, we are then designing different approaches for each and every individual in the same class where all come together to learn something at the same time. So when we talk about personalized learning, really we are saying it's personalized because we understand who knows what and who doesn't know what exactly with respect to that given concept, and we know exactly what to teach him or her, even though they may be aggregated in the same place. I think if an institution want to adopt a personalized learning approach, the first thing they need to do is to have a very firm grasp on what they are teaching. Now, this may sound like a very commonsensical thing, but it's not that simple, because you can teach from a set of teaching resources, or you can have a very comprehensive understanding of what exactly you need to teach and what exactly you expect the learners to be able to learn. Now, that's not an easy feat, because in order to do that, you've got to break down every single learning bits into very, very granular form. And then from there, we got to decide what sort of test item or what kind of assessment items, what kind of testing scenarios we need to be able to set in order to know for sure that when someone is unable to, say, answer a particular question, we will know for sure that this particular individual probably doesn't understand that particular expression of the concept. That's like I said, it's not that simple. It's a lot of work, and usually you need a bit of subject matter expert coming along to talk to you about how this can be done. I think the first thing about anything personalized is it is bespoke. When we talk about something being bespoke, something being personalized to you, whether is it learning, is it medicine, is it fashion, and so on, it means that whatever is designed fits you and probably you alone. Now, that is premised on a very important, probably an assumption that each of us are really individuals that are very, very different from one another. So when we have something that's very personalized, we are saying it's the most productive way to learn something. So one key thing about personalized learning is high productivity in learning of any given concept or any given set of ideas. But usually, when you want to do something like this, just depending on someone who is a very good teacher, sometimes it's not good enough, because a good teacher may be able to act intuitively when he talks to one particular student to try and guess if that particular student doesn't really quite know this or know that, and so on. But when you have 10 students in a class, for example, how are you going to be able to do that? So sometimes when you want to implement this at scale, a bit of technology is going to be important. So you hear things like AI, machine learning, and so on. But at the crux of it, right at the core of any given personalized learning system, is a very firm grasp of the concepts that need to be taught and a very firm grasp on the handles that need to be used to be able to know whether or not someone really gets it or doesn't get it. So that's the key thing.